Hey there, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Hope you are having a good one. I finished the new creative cluster kits that go in the next 8 journals that I'll be doing. It's either 6 or 8. I always like for you guys to have something new in a journal. I'm so lucky that we have repeat customers. Let's just use a retail term for it. But, you know, to me, that's not really like repeat. You guys are not customers. You're more like friends who support my endeavor over here at YouTube and at Etsy. So I kind of wanted to just show you guys the new creative clusters that will go in the next batch of journals. So let's start with this one. I loved this butterfly. Now, these will have a different version of a napkin in it, because I think that a napkin with a butterfly image is just really fun to play with. So let's just kind of pull this out and I'll show you what you have to create with. You have a napkin for collage. You have a piece of fabric that also features these are more moths than butterflies. I tend to get those confused. There is a piece of photo paper. You can use this as your substrate. I cut out a really cool butterfly for you guys. I used my Ida greeting cards and I used a template and I just cut this out. So you'll have different things on each side, right? So these are not the exact same in each creative cluster. You can use this as a template, you know, and trace around it and make your own butterflies. I have an art trading coin blank, an art trading monarch blank. This came from National Geographic magazine. Love that one. A heart, text heart. This is, and I'll show you the rest of this in a minute, this is like a really cool stencil. Or you can use it, you can kind of use it like that, you know, if you wanted to cut the stencil out. And then we have border strips. The idea behind a creative cluster is it gives you something immediate to work on. Of course, a flow journal is filled with creative fodder, but packaging a creative cluster really is like a kit in itself. All you need is maybe scissors and a glue stick. And, you know, you'll be able to craft something really pretty here. We have some border strips for you. The word brighten. Now, each one is different, okay? So the next creative cluster moth pack is not going to have the word brighten in it. It'll have another word. A wood element. Love wood elements because there's a lot that you can do here. You can take some gesso and put gesso on your finger and rub it on the wood and get kind of a textured feel for this. You can do a lot of things with a wood piece. One of my favorite things to work with, and one of those things that I don't work with a whole lot anymore since I stopped doing fairy house construction. I've got 3 of these, and you may have more, you may have less, little super cool little butterflies that I punched out as well. Lots of things to create with. So that is our, sorry, I'm turning my fan back on. It's a scorcher, but it's all right. I think I'd rather be hot than cold. And another little piece right there for you. So let's put all of this back. I tried to make them look really pretty, you know, as we package them, so they look like something that you would love to create with. Of course, if you want to break apart these items and use them in different ways, you know, there's There's no rule that says you gotta use, you know, what's in your package. You can mix your packages up. You can use them different ways. You know, you guys know that. I have done, nothing's wrong, big time cleaning. I'm kind of doing my spring cleaning right now. Got the bedroom is done. Chris helped me with the curtains this morning, so I'm very happy to have that done. But it's, you know, it's dusty, so I'm kind of snippy. Nothing's wrong, just dust dust in my throat. Makes you croaky. All right, let's put our napkin back. And there we go. I have 3 journals ready to start on my desk. I'm very excited. I also have a, whoops, better get in there, buddy. Also have fabric on order, so I'll be really happy to get that as well. Here we go. Okay, let's look at the next creative cluster. This one is, I think I called it Beautiful Bouquet. I've been trying to keep a list of the creative clusters that I'm making because that way, you know, I don't repeat anything. I don't want to, you know, I really would like to make all of these unique. It's kind of impossible to make them all unique, but anyway, we're calling this one Bright Blossoms. So let's see what we have to work with in here. You know, I want to thank my friend Jay for sending these bags to me last year. And I've just really used them. They've been so nice to, you know, to use as an organizational tool. I'm sure you guys can repurpose them in like 50 billion ways. Let's look at what we have here for Bright Blossoms. Bright Blossoms is a harvest of Ida greeting cards. Remember, these are vintage greeting cards. Ida's friends, relatives, sons, daughters spared no expense on greeting cards for Miss Ida. Miss Ida had a collection that would just knock you out. And they're all, you know, like really beautiful, really pretty cards. The sentiments are so sweet in them. So we have actually, you know, kind of what this is sort of like a chippy stack. I've got all kinds of colors. These are, I've got 2 art trading cards in here for you, blanks, as well as border strips, focal imagery. I really do love using these colored index cards. I think that there's something about them that reminds me of school. Okay, so I don't know why it reminds me of school. School for me was an excellent experience. I loved being in school. I know lots of people did not like being in school. This is a flowered E. This is a flowered A. This is a focal image. And then, you know, just for the bling factor and the prima factor, I have a couple glittery element. I have a glittery element and a couple of prima flowers in this package. Now, I'm just going to lift this up and put it on my desk because that took a lot of time to repackage that one that I showed you guys first. But I love to package these and make them look very enticing for y'all. All right. This is, what did we call this? We called this Tangled Up in Blue. Got to send a big shout out to Miss Cheryl because she sent me a whole big stack of blue things. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is just going to make the coolest creative cluster. We start with a few buttons. Yeah, aren't those pretty? You know, you can just, buttons are just awesome. I'm sorry about the shadows here, but I know that these things are glary, so we're just, maybe I'll lighten this when edit it for posting. So we've got all kinds of gorgeous elements here. Look at that. Blue is a calm color. It is the color of soothing. It's the color of peace and tranquility. This is a napkin image for you to collage with. These are cardstock papers. Then she sent this along, and I love that. It looks like it was fabric, but it's got like a thickness to it. And then on the back is an image. Now she cut these out as well, so we've got a focal image to work with. So this is Tangled Up in Blue. One of my favorite songs is Tangled Up in Blue by Bob Dylan. So that's a little ode to Bob. This one is Leather and Lace. Now, if you are a fan of Stevie Nicks, or if you're a fan of Tom Petty, you remember the song Leather and Lace that they did back in, I guess the 90s, maybe? I don't exactly know when that song was released, but it was one of my very favorite tunes. And I used to do it back in my Stevie days. So a lot to play with here. We've got stickers. Now you're kind of getting that leather and lace, that rock and roll, sequin, Stevie Nicks, you know, that kind of vibe, you know, with this package. So I've got a really super cool art trading coin blank that is sparkly paper. We've got an S piece of, this isn't metal, but it's like it's a faux metal stamped S. You'll have different letters, a music note, studs. Remember when people would wear those bracelets that had studs on them? Sequin. This is a length of hemp twine, you know, just in case you want to make yourself a necklace out of these couple elements, you know, maybe a bracelet or something. Bling, because you just got to have some sequins and rhinestones if you're talking rock and roll and music. A fun piece of musical notation fabric. A piece of lace, sparkly lace. A piece of lace. Index card, because those seem to really help me kind of package these things in a pretty way for you. You've got a border strip here. This is a piece of leather. It's not real leather, it is faux leather that Chris uses when he does the interior of the cars that he works on. So, leather and lace, Stevie and Tom, we miss Tom Petty, love Stevie Nicks. The next cluster is black and white. My friend gave me Wall Street Journal magazine. It's a huge magazine, lots of fashion, lots of really cool, iconic kind of black and white photography. We're using, for a closure, we've just got some black and white baker's twine on a white paper clip. To me, these are baby bracelet beads. No, they're not, but to me, that's what they remind me of. You've got the word black, a little bit of blingy, silver, lacy fabric, text, this beautiful piece of collage paper, black and white fabric. I love that because it's kind of shadowy. A napkin for collage, and a focal image. Now, focal image is a whole page from the Wall Street Journal magazine, because I think it's fun to have extra things, extra colors, extra textures, extra joy to play with when you get a creative cluster like this. I also, when I was putting these things together, and I really don't know if you guys might be interested or not, but I thought about putting a couple of these in the Etsy store. Just just let me know. You know, you guys are so awesome about just chiming in about things. I have not read comments from the last 2 videos I've done, but we did get a lot, so I'm kind of hoping that you guys chimed in on the Facebook page for the chippy swap. So we'll see what happens there. I should get to that this afternoon. I try to get up early and take advantage of the coolness before the heat of the day kind of sets in. But when the heat of the day sets in, I go downstairs. Okay, let's see what we have here. This is, what did I call this? Oh, pansy. Because my inspiration was this pansy that we've used on the front of journals before. I really do love it. I think it's so sweet. Remember, if you put a pansy in your posy and gave it to someone that you fancied, then it means you love that person. So if you get a posy with a pansy in it, you know the drill. You know what's going on. Got a little bling butterfly right here. Quotes. These are on vellum. The secret to friendship is being a good listener. Nothing but heaven itself is better than a friend who is really a friend. A really stout, nice tag that has a beautiful tie to it. A bit of matching paper with lots of stuff here. So we have a few little mini tags, a few little puffy stickers, some ABCs, a couple more stickers, and another puffy sticker. Every package does not have the very same thing. It will have similar items, but not the very same thing. And of course, our index card that just makes things a lot easier when I package these. And we've got some fiber for you to play with right here as well. This was so pretty. This is like a crocheted fiber. It's just really, really pretty. And that is our Pansy Creative Cluster Kit. And we'll pick this baby up. And I've already started on a new list of Creative Cluster Kits. Oh, that was it, y'all. 6. And we've got everything all packaged together for you in a sweet little bag, so you can just instantly, you know, let's just say you get up in the morning, you're having coffee, and you've got a busy day, but you're thinking, oh, I'd really love to get some art in today. Then this is a great way to just get some art immediately into your day. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.